Y'all, this is Marley K. Hope everybody is well. For those of you who have been following me for some time, especially if you came here from Twitter, which is now X, you know the reason that I left was because I did not trust Musky Boy and what he was going to do. I felt like he was playing both sides, understanding that, like most of these other people, uh, Bill Gates of hell, and some of the others who um, play both sides. They have their own corporations and they do their business, but they also do business with the government and they do all sorts of things through contracts in all over the globe. So, in one instance they'll be like, I'm against this thing, but then their money, you follow the tentacles of their money and it's long and they're invested in all sorts of activities that counter what they say. So I don't ever listen to what they say. I watch what they do. I watch where their money is spent. I watch what they make and create and how it impacts us, and then I make my decisions on these types of people based on those characteristics. And so I never trusted Musky Boy because Musky Boy's got his hand in a whole lot of stuff that's not going to be good for us. And in one instance, he'll be saying, oh, something is so bad. AI is going to put us out of work and we're going to be poor and have problems. And then the next week, he'll be like, I'm making 1 billion humanoid robots. It's like, what? You must be a tornado fool. And nobody calls them on it. Nobody ever says anything. So they just say all this ridiculous stuff. And it's not ridiculous. It's their truth. But we just sit back and we're like, okay, we don't call them on it. We don't talk about how they are creating the very things that they say will destroy human beings. So they talk out both sides of their mouths and I don't really pay them no attention. But anyway, my point is about this particular story is this is going to show you how Musky Boy don't have the pull that y'all thought he had and that he is not who y'all think he is. And that is a perfect example of how those small hat people who you can't talk about, they're going to wield their power. So check this story out. It's 2 stories actually. So Musky Boy said diversity-based hiring is anti-Semitic. Listen to this. He says tech billionaire visited the Auschwitz Birkenau concentration camp and later doubled down on his comment on diversity, equity, and inclusion. But before that, there was another story that, let's see, where did it go? So first he posted these messages on X. So he said he's been accused of allowing anti-Semitic messages on his social media platform X, visited the site of the Auschwitz Birkenau death camp on Monday, saying afterwards that the tragedy of the Holocaust hits you much more in the heart when you see it in person. So now after he got accused of being anti, and all the other stuff that he said, I'll just say that. Then the little hat people who you can't talk about called him out, and so then he visits this concentration camp. So it says Musk toured the notorious extermination camp established by Nazi Germany during World War II before attending a conference on anti-Semitism organized by the European Jewish Association in the nearby Polish city of Krakow. He admitted to having been naive. Now, he's supposed to be a genius, but he was naive about the extent of the anti-Semitism until recently, saying that it is because most of his friends are Jewish and he has had little contact with it in his own life. Oh, child, they just tell lies. Oh, it is just so interesting to listen at these people. They know who we are, and they still will perpetuate the lie. So this is why, for African American Black people, y'all was like, oh, Musky boy gonna save Twitter and let us be free. This dude is anti you all day long. He is going along with the identity thieves, the name stealers, and playing the farce because guess what? They control all the money. And guess what? He doo-dooed up, and that's why he went and did what he did. He went and did the tour and did like everybody else does. They trot you out like a little pony to show you who really has the power. So if you don't understand who has the power, now this man is a billionaire, but he got to go to this place to appease those people. Come on now. Need y'all to understand what's happening. So it says, in the circles that I move, I see almost no anti-Semitism, Musky Boy said at the conference in a discussion with conservative podcaster Ben Shapiro on the Daily Wire. And there's this old joke. I've got like this one Jewish friend. Oh no, I have this Black friend. It says, no, I have like 2/3 of my friends are Jewish. Okay, so there it goes right there. He's telling you who controls his world. You don't just have those people as friends. Those people happen to be your peers in one way or another. It's because they're wealthy or because they are into technology and all of the other satanic dabblings that you're in. Or all of y'all is just children of the corn. And I'll leave it at that. I have twice as many Jewish friends as non-Jewish friends. I'm like Jewish by association. I'm aspirationally Jewish. Y'all can't even make this stuff up. So let me show you the other article. So it says the tech billionaire visited the concentration camp, and then doubled down on his comments about diversity, equity, and inclusion. So it says, Musky Boy has upped his war on woke by saying that diversity-oriented hiring policies are fundamentally anti-Semitic and discriminatory shortly after a private visit to the Auschwitz Nazi concentration camp. The controversial tech billionaire was speaking at a European Jewish Association conference in the Polish city of Krakow amid rising criticism that his social media platform X, formerly Twitter, has allowed rampant hate speech to spread. Now, anything you say about those people, even if it's true, even if you see them do it, you can't say it. And so, people are starting to wake up and call this out like, hey, wait a minute. They did XXX thing. Why can't I talk about it? But mainly, they've overplayed their hand in this war and in the Middle East. And people are starting to see, like, how do you keep pummeling a people who don't have nothing? You've made sure they don't have nothing. And then you're going to continue to beat down the people who don't have nothing. That's like kind of egregious. Kind of like America does to Black people. You accuse us of doing all these things and not fighting back, but then we don't have anything to fight back with because every time we become upwardly mobile, you snatch everything away from us. You kick our stuff down and you change the rules. You send the Gestapos after us. They're everywhere. So it's just crazy. Anyway, it says November when he publicly tweeted, when he publicly agreed with an anti-Semitic tweet claiming that the small hat communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. So look at this. The white peoples is fighting, baby. The white peoples are fighting. You can't even make this stuff up. It's crazy. And at the end of the day, it's all about a lie because it's just white people and the children of the fallen angels, and All of them know who we are, but they're just playing the game. So don't think at any time they don't know who we are and they don't know what they are doing. They all know what they are doing. So it says, while his trip to Poland allowed him to push back at the charges of anti Semitism, he also seized the opportunity to turn his fire against one of his favorite bugbears: diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. So it says, always be wary of any name that sounds like it could come out of a George Orwell book. That's never a good sign, Musk told American right-wing commentator Ben Shapiro, who joined him on stage. Sure, diversity, equity, and inclusion all sounds like nice words, but what it really means is discrimination on the basis of race, sex, sexual orientation, and it's against merit, and thus I think it's fundamentally anti-Semitic. We already had this conversation about this nonsense, so you have to go back and look at another video that I did about the diversity, equity, and inclusion racket and the discrimination, like proof that affirmative action, diversity, equity, and inclusion doesn't work, won't work, because the people in power insist on staying in power. They don't share power and they always keep changing the rules. So you will never, ever benefit as long as they are a part of a society that you belong to, period. Musk, who confirmed that he does indeed write all of his own posts on X, has been vocal about his feelings toward diversity, equity, and inclusion, including by claiming without evidence that diverse hiring initiatives at Boeing and United Airlines have made air travel less safe. His comments feed into a broader debate on inclusive hiring policies, most especially on U.S. college campuses. The resignation of Harvard President Claudine Gay over a plagiarism scandal was seized by Republicans who claim top schools are examples of American institutions in the throes of a leftist political transformation. Critics argue the radical leftist culture on campuses is stoking anti Semitism, and top university leaders hit heavy flack last month for their poor handling of a congressional hearing on the bullying of the little people, the people with the little hats. Shapiro went easy on Musk, steering the conversation towards mediocrity rather than Musk's increasingly controversial social media outburst, and allowing the Tesla boss to continue his attacks on a subject he has made a great deal of mileage out of. So you see how they all work together when it comes to this type of stuff. At the end of the day, it's all white supremacy. No matter what they say, we don't have the power to make anybody do anything. These people have power. They all look alike. And one has more power than just regular basic white people. And they control other things that can make your life hell. So he just messed up. And so now he is just like trying to fix it up. But I just don't I just don't get it. I don't get it. So it says Musk has faced widespread criticism over the rise of disinformation and hate content since he bought the social media platform for $44 billion in 2022. Criticism that intensified in the weeks following the escalation of the Israel-Hamas war last October. The reported the reported spread of fake and misleading content on the conflict led to the EU to launch an investigation into X. And things got worse for Musk after progressive watchdog group Media Matters published a report alleging that X had run ads for major companies next to neo-Nazi posts. The Media Matters report and Musk endorsement of an anti-Semitic post sparked a backlash from several public figures and culminated in an advertiser exodus as multiple companies pulled their ads from the site, including giants such as Apple, IBM, Disney, and Coca-Cola. According to the New York Times report, this could result in a loss of up to $75 million for X. Look, Musk since apologized for the anti Semitic post, admitting he should have not replied to it, and then traveled to Israel to meet the President Isaac, Isaac Herzog and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in what could be seen as an apology tour. So, if you think X is free, it ain't. If you think Musky Boy is some champion for you, he's not. He's just like everybody else. He ain't no different than Nick Cannon or Kanye West or nobody else who had to bow down and kiss the ring to keep their money and to uh, uh, end the media slaughter that they endure. So if you want to know who control things, this part that I just read to you is all you need to know. So for those of y'all who think Musky Boy is finna protect your speech, he's not. If you think he's getting ready to, you know, uh, not work with Uncle Sam, he is. He already telling you if he had to go to Israel, baby, if he might as well had to go to the White House. So I just wanted to do this story to show people that everybody plays both sides. There are no good people. There is no champion. They all are the same. You just gotta use your brain and look at what it is they do, what it is that they say. See if those two things go together. If you watch them long enough, you will see they do not. And most importantly, follow their money. See where the tentacles go. See who runs these corporations that um, or sit on the boards of these corporations that advertise on these platforms. You will see a lot of these people are little hat people, and they believe in recycling their money. They help each other. So y'all really need to come off of these social media platforms. This is the only reason why I use one. Like I'm on them, but I'm not on them. I don't trust them. I don't trust these people. We shouldn't be trusting nothing that none of them say, to be honest. They all crooks. I'm sticking to that. All right. Anyway, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so that you will be notified each and every time I upload new content. Hit the all button so that you'll be notified every time, because the algorithms are, for whatever reason, not sending out my stuff and not sending out notifications. I know why, but anyway, just make sure you hit the all bell notification. Follow me on Odyssey and Rumble. In the event that this channel is taken down, you can follow me on other platforms as long as we have some freedom to still move. Follow me also on Instagram and on Facebook. In the event that I'm taken down and I can't use any platform, maybe I can still use those, and I will talk to you there. If the internet goes down, period, I won't be back. My stuff probably gonna be erased anyway. So, get it while you can. Lastly, if you'd like to support the channel, links are in the description so that you can support my Venmo and also buy me coffee. Please continue to pray, continue to prep, continue to seek the Most High, obey those laws, statutes, and commandments, keep the Sabbath, repent daily for sins of commission and sins of omission. Also, make sure that you are trying to decrease or just monitor what you put on social media, because we're all being monitored, and I'm sure a lot of us are on list anyway because of what we watch. But as we get closer to February, things are going to change. So just monitor how you respond to certain content. Not Don't engage with just random people online, people who want to challenge you. If it seems like if it seems too good to be true or too provoking, then you may want to skip it because it may be a bot or somebody that's hired to harass our people in particular. You got to understand that these people have gleaned so much information from our devices that they know whether you're black or white or Asian or purple or pink or LGBT and straight, religious, not religious. So they know, what to target us with. So we got to really be discerning now and not be so emotional, because none of these people are for us. These people are anti-human. They want a transhuman society with no people, only them, not us. So this gradual tightening of the ropes around our necks and the taking away of our freedom of speech is just one more freedom that and liberty that we are losing. So you should not be thinking that you have a champion. All these things are going to be co-opted, taken over if they haven't already, and just go away. So with that said, I'm going to end this video. Please leave a comment below if you have any thoughts, if you still use Twitter. What do you think about Musk running over there to Israel and to Germany to do the tour of the concentration camp? Because to me, he ain't no different than nobody else that spoke out, and then you got to go walk it back. And, it just shows you who has power. So no matter how much they say they don't have power, you can see this man is a whole billionaire, builds driverless cars and spaceships, but he says few words, do two or three tweets, and he got to go all the way across the world to go talk to people and do tours. So you see who really has the power. All right. This is Marla Kay, and I am out.